Major League Fishing just announced a massive payout increase to the 2026 Pro Circuit / formerly known as Invitationals Tournament Trail. So just a few days ago on the Major League Fishing website, they announced that Miller Tech Lithium Batteries was stepping up to become a sponsor of the Pro Circuit League. And with that sponsorship announcement, it is going to be a massive boost to the payout for the 2026 season. That payout, along with the work that the anglers did by joining up and forming a group, we were able to boost our minimum payout check to $10,000. So that means if you cash a check top 33% of the field, you are getting a $10,000 check or more. And guys, I have all the receipts. Major League Fishing does a great job of posting everything to the website. You know exactly what the payout's gonna be, and you can see results and see exactly what's gonna happen. So kudos to MLF as well for being so black and white, and we're gonna jump into it right now. We've got it all broken down. What you're seeing here is a screenshot of what the payouts were and what they are going to be for 2026. So about a month ago, Major League Fishing announced we are going back to the pro circuit. What that means, we're gonna have more berths to Red Crest. We're up from 1 to 7 berths, $100,000 to first place in all the tournaments now, up from $80,000. We're gonna have 5 brand new BPT qualification spots, no more double qualifying. So that means if a Bass Pro Tour angler finishes in the top 5, like what happened in this season, they're gonna jump down to the 6th place finisher in Angler of the Year points. He's gonna get an invite to the Bass Pro Tour and so on. The payout structure for 2026 was very similar to 2025 originally. The payout did increase about 0.5% at the ramp, so that's payout per tournament. But when you include the championship, which is a no entry fee tournament, which we had in 2025 and we will have in 2026 as well, the payout is exactly the same, right at 80.9%. Breaking down this sheet here that you're looking at, on the left-hand column, we've got the place. First through 50th is getting paid based on a 150 boat field. And these are payouts that MLF has posted. Everything here has been published, and you can backtrack it. You can figure out the differences on your own. So the second column on the right, that is our original payout structure for 2026. You can see the entry fee at the top. It was going to be a $5,000 entry fee per tournament. And this is a decent payout when you're looking at the top 10 guys. It looks good. But as you go from 11th to 50th, the payout consistently drops. And if you go all the way down to 50th place, last place check, $6,000 on a $5,000 entry fee. A lot of anglers were pretty upset when this came out. They took matters into their own hands, called Major League Fishing, came up with some ideas. We started a group. There's about 5 or 6 guys that really grabbed the bull by the horns on this group, inviting everybody, kind of the leaders on it, talking with Major League Fishing. They did a great job communicating with Major League Fishing and getting us to where we wanted to be. So the group forms, we get about 100 anglers in about a week to join this group. These are all guys that are interested in fishing these tournaments. At around that same time, Miller Tech Lithium Batteries comes in with a sponsorship to help boost the payout as well. So we got the numbers back from Major League Fishing, and they are not on here, what the numbers were with the original $5,000 entry fee. They were good, but they weren't great. We really emphasized that we wanted to get to a $10,000 minimum check. The guys did some work, they did some math. We pitched to Major League Fishing how we could get to a $10,000 check, and that is what you are seeing on the far right side. We all agreed to increase our entry fee from $5,000 to $5,500 per tournament, which is what we paid this season to fish. And you can see the payout from the original to the final, and right in the middle, we have the changes. Everything in green is how much the spot is now paying more than the original payout. So you can see 50th place with 150 guys, we're up $4,000. So basically when it all was said and done, we're paying $5,000 to fish for $6,000. Now we're paying $5,500 to fish for $10,000. This is a huge deal. That $10,000 check to last place is massive. With the changes that were made, Major League Fishing shifted some money out of the championship. They added a little bit more money, and they've increased from spots 4th to 10th. Everybody got a $2,000 bonus. So the payout increased all the way through the field except for the top 3 guys. On paper, this trail is head and shoulders above any other Bassmaster Opens, National Professional Fishing League. It's right behind the Bass Pro Tour in the Elite Series, in my opinion now. It is where it should be for this trail. Down towards the bottom of this, you can see what the big bass was. It was originally $1,000 per day. We knocked it down $1,000 to $500 a day. That's not really that big of a deal. You can see the total entry fees paid, the payout, the difference, the percentages there. And then when you add in the championship money, you can see exactly where we were at and what we're at now. So originally we were at 80.9% payout. Now we're up to an 87.7% payback when you're talking the championship and Angler of the Year all mixed in there. And you can also see the payout at the ramp. Another big deal that Major League Fishing announced. If we get to 124 anglers or more, they are not going to allow jackpotting in tournaments anymore. So what jackpotting is an angler that does not fish all 6 tournaments on the trail. If an angler is a local, say next year we're going to Douglas Lake. If there's a guy at Douglas Lake that fishes there and he wants to jump in the tournament, in the past, he had the ability to sign up and fish that tournament. In 2026, as long as we get enough boats signed up, that magic number is 124, they are going to not allow those locals to jump in. So it's making it a more exclusive professional tour. This is a huge positive as well. You might be asking yourself, well, what happens if we don't get to 150 boats? What is the payout gonna look like? I want you to see this screenshot right here. We are looking at the 2026 final payout, and if we don't get to 150 guys, which I chose to use the number 125 anglers in the field, what is that payout going to look like? The good thing with Major League Fishing is they always post payouts, and you can check results and you can actually see exactly what's going on. With the other leagues, you can't really see exactly what's getting paid out. It's not as black and white. It's not there for the viewers to find very easily. Major League Fishing does a great job showing this off. These are real numbers. If we only get to 125 anglers, they are going to pay 33% of the field, and they are still paying $10,000 to last place check, which in this case is 42nd place. Okay, they've knocked down a little bit off the guys who finished 2nd to 10th. You can see that there. You can see in red, that means that we've lost money, but it's not too much. It's a good balance. We're not losing that minimum check of $10,000. And actually, if you look here, doing the math, the payout actually goes up in percentage with only 125 boats. With the championship, 91.84% payout. Pretty good number there. Speaking of the championship, let's jump into what it looks like. So the original championship numbers, no matter how many boats were going to sign up, they were guaranteeing 50 spots to the championship, and you can see those numbers here on the left-hand side. Very good payout here. $3,000 from 31st to 50th place guaranteed money, and then as you increase up in the standings, the payout just continues to increase. The anglers got together. We said we didn't really enjoy the $3,000 minimum check. What can we do to get that number to $5,000? MLF did some brainstorming with us, and what we have done is what you can see on the right. We've limited it to 40 boats instead of 50, which we feel like is a better number for a championship. And we've increased the minimum check to $5,000, which is pretty much exactly what we saw in 2025. So if you make the championship, guaranteed $5,000. You can see the rest of the payout here. And then once again, if we don't get to 150 boats, what is that payout going to look like? I've chose again to use the 125 boat pay structure, and you can see exactly what happened. If we do not fill the field at 150 boats, we are going to have the top 10 guys are going to lose a little bit of money off the championship, but we're still guaranteeing that $5,000 all the way down to 50th place. Small note here at the bottom, between the total payouts of the original championship versus the revised one, we've lost $31,000 of the championship. Where that money went was to produce the $2,000 increase in the check from spots 4th to 10th in the regular season events. So they moved the money from the championship to the regular season to help boost the payout there. I honestly really like that. And then to finalize it, here's our payout structure from 2026 all the way back to 2023. You can compare first through 50th place, what they would have been paid, and the amount of payback. So in 2023, we were at an 82% payback. They boosted it up about 1% into 2024. We had a drop off going into 2025, only at around 81%. And now we're up to an 87.7% payout for 2026. Numbers like this, almost 7% increase in payout is huge when you're talking $4.5 million in entry fees. That is a lot of money going back into the anglers' pockets. And guys, this is super exciting, huge news. It should be broadcasted everywhere. Take the time, share this video if you want. Make sure guys know what's going on for the 2026 Pro Circuit Trail.